Can you tell me how to design CSS templates?
I'm supposing you are not looking at creating one in Adobe Dreamweaver and calling it a day.
I cannot afford Adobe's Creative Suite with their bill you $30 a month forever plan.
Please do not tell me you've decided to create CSS templates in the hope of making money on it. It is the graphic artist's equivalent to a writer blogging about wanting to make money. Many try but few achieve it.
There are free XHTML templates out there on the net.
And other cascading style sheets too, even in PHP and HTML5.
How would I create a CSS in HTML?
If you are using HTML or XHTML to make a CSS, use the div element to group the HTML elements. Use the table tag to create a layout, especially if it has multiple tables.
That does not work well if you combine the CSS file with the HTML content.
This method of creating a CSS in HTML does not work if you use anything other than text content. The table element can be used this way, but it is the very primitive way of making a CSS.
I'd like something more advanced.
If you create a CSS in PHP, you'll have to save the file as a CSS file and manually change its location to one other than where PHP likes to save files.
How do I create a CSS in PHP?
In 100 words or less? Get a book on PHP and read up on it.
This is more complicated than I thought.
That's why a lot of people make the CSS files in Adobe Dreamweaver, so they can focus on the beauty instead of the programming. But if you do it in PHP, don't forget to use an absolute path so the style sheet is standard for all the PHP served pages.
That's like a default, basic HTML page.
That's essentially what a CSS is, except you can vary the content you dump into it.